showing you my Nintendo DS collection. So let's get started right away. First up, got 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. This is the first game of a trilogy called Zero Escape. The second game is called Virtue's Last Reward. It's available on both 3DS and PlayStation Vita. And the third game is coming out in June, I believe. And it will be available for 3DS, PlayStation Vita, and Steam. I don't know if this game and the second game are also available on PC, but yeah. Pretty much this game is a visual novel slash escape the room puzzle. So it's it's a visual novel. There's text and the story's happening, and you make decisions that affect the story, like a lot, not just a little bit. And it's broken up by sequences of puzzle, also called escape the room. The water is rising. There are 9 doors and time is running out. You have only 9 hours before Junpei and his 8 fellow abductees drown. Numerology, music composition, and logic puzzles are just a few of the 30 plus obstacles that stand in the way of their freedom. You'll have to use everything in your environment to get out. Solve the mysteries that cloud your companions' pasts and unveil a disturbing future. I have to say, this series is one of my favorite series of all time. I only learned about it like 2 or 3 years ago, but it instantly reached one of my top favorite games. So if you're fine with games that don't have a lot of gameplay, this might be for you. I can't really talk about the story, but it's a very interesting story. Let's just keep it at that. So that was the first game, 999. Next up, Final Fantasy III. Obviously, this is the DS remake of Final Fantasy III. I believe this is from the actual real Japanese Final Fantasy III. I actually haven't played much of this. I've played maybe 2 or 3 hours. And not more. I'm not sure why. Probably another one of those that just happened at a bad timing. A tale untold. A divine balance is disturbed as darkness encroaches upon the world, and 4 chosen youths are entrusted with the final vestiges of hope. Restore the light, return balance to the world, witness the rebirth of a new fantasy. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a Final Fantasy game, so it's definitely good. I guess I'm just not used to the whole not being able to save except on the world map. I mean, I know it was a normal thing back then, but that was so long ago. Still, it's a good game, and I really do want to play more of it eventually. So that's Final Fantasy III. Next up is Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. This is a remake of the very first that great. However, it's still a fun game to play if you enjoy Fire Emblem, and it's cool to see where it all started. Shadows are gathering. Discover the origins of the Fire Emblem saga. Les ténèbres se rassemblent. Découvrez les origines de la saga de Fire Emblem. I remember actually, after beating it once, I decided to try and see if I could beat the game by using only Marth, and it was actually doable. So, I don't know, but that was fun. So yeah, Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon. Next up, Golden Sun, Dark Dawn. So I'm a big fan of the original Golden Sun and the second game. However, the third game I actually have not played. I don't hear amazing things about this game, but I'm sure it's still enjoyable, even if it's not up to the standard that the original two games set, because I mean they set the bar pretty high. So it would be hard for this game to be better, but still I'm sure it's still enjoyable. Command the elements and save the planet. Wayard is on the brink of apocalypse, and only you can stop it. Use your command of fire, water, earth, and wind to blaze a trail through a wild continent and catch all elemental jinn that make you even more powerful. This is actually my only Nintendo DS game that I have not played. Surprising, right? If you've watched my other collection videos, you know that I have a lot of games that are unplayed. So it's a bit surprising that this one only has one unplayed game. I definitely have more than one unbeaten. Well, actually, one, two. Just from a quick count, there's only 3 of them, and one I'm currently playing, so that's not actually that bad. But yeah, that's Golden Sun, Dark Dawn. Next up, The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. I don't actually remember a whole lot about this game. I do know that I've beaten it, but other than that, I can't remember a whole lot. I know there's a lot of, boating. I remember ghost ship kind of thing, and I remember that the final dungeon has so many floors, but that's pretty much it. I don't know if it's just because my memory about it is bad, or if it's because it's not a memorable game. I'm pretty sure it's just my memory being bad. Because I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be a good game. I do remember having fun playing it. I just don't remember much about it. So yeah. I believe this has a sequel. I mean, I know there's another game on the DS. I'm just not sure if it's a direct sequel, but I think it is, Spirit Tracks. However, I do not have that game, sadly. I do want to get it at some point. But yeah, The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. Next, Mario Kart DS. What can I say? It's a Mario Kart game. It's not one of the best. I wouldn't say it's one of the worst either. It's Mario Kart. It's fun to play. There's not much more guess 7 friends with their own DS. You can just play with download play, and it's really fun. I've played with 4 people before, so I guess 5 total, but 4 plus me, and it was quite fun. And I have beaten this game, of course. So yeah, that's Mario Kart DS. So next is actually a trilogy, so I will show all 3 games at once. First, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. And Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. How to explain? This is pretty much a visual novel, I guess. But you're an attorney, as this says, a defense attorney to be more specific, and you go around trying to figure out what the truth about the cases are. And then the second section is during trials themselves, where you have to try to, save your client and prove that they are not the murderer, or that they're not the criminal. So it's definitely a fun game, a fun series. I know there's more. There's a 4th game, although it's not called Phoenix Wright. It's Apollo Justice, I think. I'm not sure. And then there's a 5th one on the 3DS, although that one is only available by download on the eShop. And the 6th game is coming out soon, which is also only available on the eShop, at least in North America. I don't know about the rest of the world. Objection. As a rookie defense lawyer, you'll take on 5 intriguing cases to reveal dramatic, stunning, and even comical court proceedings. Phoenix Wright is back. The courtroom drama is heating up with ruthless DA Franziska von Karma. New colorful characters, dramatic stories, and gameplay. The defense never rests. Battle for Justice. Follow Phoenix's rise to fame as a seasoned defense attorney. Past and present collide as he prepares to face off with mysterious prosecutor Godo. So yeah, this is a great series. Again, if you don't mind the fact that there's not a lot of gameplay, but it makes up for it in story. And well, I just like this sort of gameplay too. You're picking locations to move to. You've got to talk to people and present items and stuff like that. It's kind of like a point and click minus the point and click, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so that's Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney trilogy. Next, Pokemon Platinum version with, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Giratina, something like that. Another world has emerged in the Sinnoh region. So yeah, this is the 4th gen of Pokemon. There was Pearl, Diamond, Pearl, and I got Platinum. My poor Turtwig. say about it. It was good. And from here on, it only got better. I have to say, the stories have gotten more interesting. I'm pretty sure even this one was pretty cool. But yeah, Pokemon Platinum. Next, Pokemon Hard Gold version. It's the big box with the Pokewalker in it. This is still in the 4th gen, but it's a remake of the 2nd gen. Hard Gold and Soul Silver. Prepare for thrilling new adventures as legendary Pokemon awaken. The 2nd gen has always been my favorite gen. That was the one I started with, and I just really enjoyed how there was 2 regions. And I just overall liked the Pokemon better in this gen than any other gen. Love Typhlosion. Love Lugia and and the 3 dogs. I've never actually really used the Pokewalker, but you know. But yeah, since Gen 2 was my favorite, it was really cool to be able to play through it again with updated graphics. So I'm really glad this game came out. I'm not sure why I picked this version and not Soul Silver, considering I much prefer Lugia, but you know, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Next, we've got Pokemon Black version. A new world filled with never-before-seen Pokemon. I have to say, starter-wise, this is probably my least favorite generation. Like, I don't particularly like any of the 3 starters. I also can't say much about the story because when this game came out, I was not in a Pokemon mood, yet I still decided to play through the game. So I just rushed through it as much as I could, and as soon as I beat the Elite Four, I just stopped playing. So I can't remember much about it, sadly. Oh, I do remember liking the whole N thing. That was cool. So I guess there was a few memorable things, that's for sure. And last but not least, we've got Pokemon Black, or Black 2 version. Oh no, it's Black version 2, okay. This is the game that I was saying that I'm currently playing. I have 6 patches right now, and I'm really enjoying it. The story is getting interesting. It's not too easy, but it's not too hard either. Still don't like the starters, but yeah. So yeah, as soon as I finish this game, I will only have 2 unbeaten games on the Nintendo DS console, and only 1 unplayed game. So I'm pretty happy about that. So yeah, that was my Nintendo collection, my Nintendo DS collection. Obviously, it's nowhere near complete, and by that I don't mean like every game, but every game that I want. There's a lot of DS games that I want. Actually, if you look in the description, I have a link to a Google spreadsheet of my video game collection and also my wish list. So if you're interested in knowing which games I'm interested in getting, you can look down there, and if there's a game you like that you don't see in either my collection or wish list, feel free to let me know. That's why it's there, so that people can, look through it and give me suggestions if they find things, or if they don't find things that they like. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next